Hi everyone, this is E, the Empty Nester. How are you today? I've been thinking about having a channel chat for a while now. I tried maybe a month or so ago and put my chair out and my cat just wouldn't quit needing petting and I lost my train of thought. It was like, controlled by a cat? Yeah. But seriously, I've been thinking about name change for my channel. I've been the Empty Nester since I think 2008. I started blogging back then, and that was kind of how I felt, like an empty nester. My kids had all moved out, and we'd been here a couple years, and it was kind of a fitting name. Even though I didn't really have empty nest syndrome, I was kind of happy to not have to worry about anybody but my husband and I, and the cats, of course. And I had a parrot named Digger. He was an African gray, and there's always been, I think, cats and birds in my life, and a few other things. And speaking of the cat, here he comes. I can't do anything without him. Here comes Milo. But if you remember right, in the past I told you about, I was trying to create a community garden down here, and on Facebook I opened a Facebook group called Seeds of Hope Gardening. And here's Milo to steal the show again, huh? But I'm thinking about using the name Seeds of Hope, but I don't know if I should just limit it to gardening. Even though the majority of what I do is gardening, I also, if you've been with me for a long time now, I've got solar heating, I've got solar electric panels that I haven't shown much about, that because I'm still collecting the system. And then, I don't know, there's all kinds of thoughts, like if I were to call myself a homestead. When you think of a homestead, in reality, from back terms, a homestead is where you buy or are given land by the government, and then you're to work it, build a home, raise food, bring in your animals. And technically I didn't get my home from the government, so I don't count on that part, but I pay taxes, so pretty much, we're all slaves, or pretty much we're all buying our homes from the government, because even when it's paid for, you still have to pay the government to live here. And if you don't pay your taxes, it goes to a tax sale and someone else gets to pay the property taxes. So technically we're all homesteaders, when you own property. And then I do have the chickens, but my chickens aren't meant for food or eggs, even though they're you can eat their eggs, and if you had to, you could eat them. But Parker is the only one that's actually mine now. I let everybody else go, and then the two Hoot and Angel, the Americana chickens, are being raised to go to Amy's, and then Parker decided to sit on her eggs, and they're empty eggs, so Amy brought over 4 eggs, and 2 of them hatched, so the new babies are Amy's. And I don't mind, and I actually like the idea of just raising babies for someone else, on the chickens. And if one of the chicken babies turn out to be a hen, maybe I can keep it, and Parker will be happy with just another chicken, a hen. I don't know. But I guess I'm getting off subject, talking about chickens. But basically, name change, back to name change, Seeds of Hope, the reason for hope is, without hope, you're in limbo, and hope is something that is involved in everything. You hope you're going to finish it, you hope that it's going to work out, you hope that your day is going well, And if you lose hope, that's when you go into a depression state. And then a seed is everything. A thought is a seed. The seeds that go in the ground are seeds. An ideal is a seed. We're always planting seeds, and by seeds of hope, we're always planting hope for the future, hope for today, hope for tomorrow, hope this will work out, hope for that. And when I start a project, I hope I can finish it. And that's one thing that you can't go through life without is hope. So putting the two things together is I gotta pet that cat. But at least he's not as demanding as last time, huh? But what do you think of the ideal? Do you have a better thought of seeds of hope, um, planting seeds of hope? Would you rather seeds of hope home and garden, seeds of hope homestead? It's like if I do homestead, do I lose my gardening friends? Will you still stay here and come to my channel if I became a homestead channel, or the name of a homestead? Because actually, to me, homesteading too is going back to our ancestral roots, like my parents and grandparents. And actually, I was born in a homestead on top of Williams Mountain in West Virginia, so what I'm doing here is going back to my roots and relearning things that I should have been brought up with. But with us being moved from West Virginia to St. Louis, my parents rented places where they couldn't garden, so the loss of growing your own food disappeared in our family for I don't know how long. And then after they bought a house, when I turned 16, my mom was able to start gardening. So I missed, 16 years, not 16, I was 4 when we moved up here, so 12 years of living with homegrown food. And then I don't show canning and a lot of food preps because there's so many channels that are basically just canning. And I can bring in a couple, and then I've got plans, like for the greenhouse or lean-to edition. I don't know, I guess I'm rambling. I need to get my thoughts straight, but I don't plan what I'm saying. I'm just like sitting here with you sitting there, we're having a conversation. It's just I can't hear what you're saying unless you write it in the comments. I've been thinking about doing some chats too, where you can ask me questions live, and I can't edit out all my mistakes, like silly bug back here pushing me out of the chair. And I'm hoping to grow my channel and put more of me into my channel. In the past, when I started doing things, I let negative comments or fears stop me from bringing fully me and what I'm doing, my life, and into the picture. And as long as I feel safe enough that you want to know more about me, I'll bring more of me and my family into the picture too. And then, I'll save the rest for another conversation and keep this, hopefully it's short. I don't have a watch on to see, but here's a cup of coffee. It's invisible and virtual, but I hope you enjoy your day and you'll come back again. And I enjoy reading all your comments, and I'm very thankful for all of your support and friendship. Through YouTube, I've made a lot of really good friends, and I'm learning to stop that. I'm learning to communicate better with, I wish I could get rid of the but it's part of my life, and I'm glad a lot of you overlook it. And I guess, see ya! Have a great day and happy gardening.